All right, we're good to go. So if anybody hops on, great. If they are not on, like I said, I'm trying to record this right now, so you can watch it later, which is really exciting that we get to do this now. So I wanted to start out because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me nonstop about signing distributors and how I sign distributors and how I get them going and everything like that. Our last training that was with one of the girls that I met at conference, she had explained how she gets distributors and how she gets them going. I want to go into fine detail of what works for me, because I know that a lot of you could take a lot away from it, and you could probably enroll like crazy if you just knew how. Okay. And so everything that I'm telling you to do is just because I started a course with no leader. I had no one to show me the ropes. I had no one to show me what to do. I think I gotta mute everybody again. Crazy. Okay, anyways, so it's because I've made the mistakes in the past. I have gone through sending those long messages and nobody responds to you because they're scared. I've gone through, my leaders telling me what to do, and I did the complete opposite because I didn't believe them. And I thought, what they're telling me to do is ludicrous. And so I've made those mistakes, and which in turn just caused me to waste time. And in the end, I ended up doing exactly what they told me to do in the first place. So that's why I want to tell you, that I say the things that I say, and I tell you to do the things that I tell you to do for a reason. There's always a reason for it. And it's because I've went the other way before, and I've seen, what happens when you go the other way. So just know that when I'm explaining things to you. So as far as this year, okay, I'm sure you guys have heard it. It is crazy. This time of year is insane. This is where you're building the momentum. If you've got goals to go, Ruby, if you've got goals to go Emerald, Diamond this year, Double Diamond, whatever your goals may be, this right here in this month is where you're going to build it, okay? Because the month is going to keep going and going and going and going. And if you're growing your business and building every single month and building that momentum and building how many people you're talking to and how many potentials that you have, by mid-year, I'm telling you, by April, May, June, July, you're going to see some explosions happen in your business. And you're going to be like, wow, everything that Chelsea was saying was right. Like everything that she was telling me to do was absolutely correct. Okay. So I build my business with distributors, okay? And so when it comes to building with distributors, I always think of law of attraction, okay? And I'm always huge on law of attraction. If you don't know what that is, you need to go look it up on YouTube, and you need to watch The Secret on Netflix. You might want to write that down. If you got Netflix, go watch The Secret. If you don't know about law of attraction, go on YouTube, look up law of attraction. You will see exactly why I talk about it non-stop. It's because it changed my life. It changed the way that I thought. There was some days where, I wanted to go back to the old Chelsea, but law of attraction, I kept saying to myself, like, no, if you keep telling yourself the same things that you told yourself when you were the old Chelsea, then that's who you're going to be. And so you have to change your way of thinking. Okay. And so when you are thinking about distributors and getting distributors on your team, okay, I want you to write down anywhere from 3 to 10 different qualities that you want in a distributor. So if you want your distributor to be very thankful, you want to write that down. If you want them to be a hard worker, you want to write that down. If you want your distributor to be, I don't know, a loyal customer producer, or someone who doesn't get offended by things easily, or anything like that, you want to write that down. And then all the things that you write down, it's your time now to become that person. And so you might not be that person right now, and you might want someone who's confident on your team. But if you're not confident right now, you're going to have a really hard time bringing those types of people onto your team. Okay. Or if you are not at least telling yourself that you're confident every single day. Okay. If you're not a thankful person, if you're not thinking, I'm so thankful for the opportunity, don't expect your team to be thankful for it either, because they're going to follow your lead. They're going to do everything that you do. If you're not a motivated person, don't expect for them to be motivated, because they will not be. And so that's why I say write it down, because I believe 100% that writing things down, it just pretty much is like a guarantee that that's going to happen. Okay. Because you can remind yourself, you can see it every single day. So shouting out what you want. If you want someone like that, talk about it on Facebook. Talk about how you want friends on your team who are, you're looking for people who are motivated. You're looking for people who are excited. You're looking for people who like to have fun. You might be a blue and love to hang out with people, and you love to go do the, I don't know, the craft fairs or whatever with It Works. Then shout it out. I want people who, who would be interested in doing these things with me. Okay. One of the biggest things too is, obviously, I always preach this, but self-development. Pick up a book, read a book every single day, get on YouTube. There's so many inspirational books. I think Mandy Lee Richardson had posted it in Dark Horse Rise Up, all the different self-development that you can do daily. And if you're not doing self-development daily, that means that you're pretty much shutting your business down. You might as well quit right now, because you need it to move forward. Everybody needs it to move forward. No matter if you just started today, yesterday, the day before, or you started 6-8 months from now. Everybody needs it. All right. So I'm just reading my notes. Sorry, I wrote them down earlier. So you want to make sure that you're getting your mind right, because when you're thinking of the people that you want on your team, if your mind isn't right, you can't expect to get people onto your team who are going to have their mind right. And so you're going to be struggling all the time to pretty much pull these people along, because you can't even pull yourself, if that makes sense. And then, if you are, even if you're having trouble with, growing yourself and growing your mindset and taking yourself to another level, tell yourself that that's who you want to become, and say it every single day. Tell yourself that that's who you're becoming, and you will become that. And so if you think you are, or if you tell yourself that you can, you can. If you tell yourself that you can't, you can't. It's no matter what situation, you're right. And so it's all in your mindset. It's all in what you tell yourself as far as distributors. So if you say to yourself, I am a distributor signer, and I sign people who are loyal, and I sign people who are motivated, and I sign people who are coachable, and I am a mass enroller of distributors, that's who you're going to become, because you're going to be telling yourself that daily, and the work is going to follow behind it. So that's one of the things that I do every single day. I do self-development, and I tell myself who I want on my team, and then I look for those people daily. That's why I get so many girls who work now, because I'm looking for specific girls on my team, and I'm not afraid to tell people no. So if someone comes up to me and says, oh, I want to join your team, I want to make some money, and I see it written all over them that they're not motivated, they're not coachable, I see on their Facebook a bunch of negativity, I'm not afraid to tell them flat out, I'm sorry, but this isn't really for you right now. Maybe if you get your mind right, we can work together. But you need to look for those girls who are ready to work. Otherwise, you will feel like you're going nowhere by dragging people along. All right. So Haley, you just hopped on. Can you mute yourself real quick, girl? And then what was next? So here's another trick that I do. Okay. Every single month, I write down how many distributors that I want to sign. And when I'm thinking about how many distributors I want to sign, I'm thinking of fast start bonuses. I'm thinking of how many lives that I want to change this month. I'm thinking of the girls on my team and their promotions, and how many distributors they need to change their lives. I'm thinking of how many people I've been talking to, and how many people I could realistically get that's just outside of my reach. So I don't ever go inside the box. If I'm like, oh yeah, I could definitely get 3 distributors hands down, I'm like, okay, I'm going to push for 5. because it's right outside of my comfort zone. That's what's going to make me grow, and it's going to make me push harder, which means that, you know, this month I might get those 5, but next month I'm going to get 6 because I talked to so many people this month because I was in such a hurry to get those distributors that I needed. Okay. And so I write it down. So be sure you're writing it down every single day. Try not to put it as a small number because you want to push right outside of your comfort zone. And then once you write that number down, you really have to give it everything you have. Meaning messaging, messaging, messaging. I know my girls from my consistency group know exactly what I'm talking about. Messaging is number one. That is your IPA, your income producing activity. That means that your messaging for not only your host to post, but building with distributors is huge. If you get those distributors and you promote, it's not going to take you as long to get to to maintain your rank once you get there, because you're going to have distributors who are enrolling consistently. They're going to be doing exactly what you're doing. And I mean, obviously you're going to have some bad eggs. It always happens. You're always going to have some people who just sign on and they quit right off the bat. We've all had them. I have probably at least 75 people on my team who got started and just quit. And I'm not going to lie about that. But the thing is that you go through those 75 so that you can get the 25 that actually work. And those 25 are what's going to boost you up and grow your business. Okay. And teaching them. And so doing everything that you can, doing everything that you're being taught. DTs not only change your business as far as, you're changing their lives, but they also help out with your bonus volume. So if you say, I know I have a lot of girls who are going Ruby this month, right? So say you promote to your Ruby, and if you're brand new, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay, because it's going to make sense after a while. So make sure you write this down. When it comes to you going Ruby, you get your 3 distributors, but say you have not only 3 distributors, but you have 5 distributors. You need that 2,000 group volume. Okay. 3 distributors at 400 group volume is not going to make up 2,000 group volume, right? So where's that other, I'm trying to think, for the 400 is 1,200. So where's that other 800 coming from? The only way to get that volume and not have to struggle getting that volume is to enroll those distributors. And I know I see a lot of you shaking your head right now, but I'm dead serious. Yes. Getting those distributors and teaching those distributors how to enroll loyal customers. That's going to help your bonus volume to promote to the next level. And it's going to be insane. And then maintaining it as well. You need to maintain a Ruby is what, 2,000, I think it's either 2,000 or 4,000 group volume every single month. Doesn't matter where it's on your chart. And once you get going, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. But maintaining your Ruby, if you just keep enrolling distributors and teaching them how to sign loyal customers, your group volume is going to go crazy and you're going to be able to maintain. And if you think about it, if your distributor, if say you're at diamond level and you are, I think it takes 17 to 21 distributors to go diamond right now. But if you have say, okay, it takes the 17 to 21 to be boxed, but you have 30 that are on your chart working, those 30 are going to help your overall volume. And then eventually it's going to be residual income, which means you do not have to work for that anymore. It comes naturally every single month, which means that's a $2,000 paycheck every single month that you don't have to work for. So signing distributors is huge, and learning how to mass enroll them is such an important part of the business. And so you want to set your goal every single month. You want to know who you want on your team every single month. You want to write it down all the time, think constantly, messaging constantly for distributors. And I mean, not sending one message a day for distributors. I'm saying sending out 10 messages a day for distributors. All you have to do is something extremely simple. This is how I do it. Okay. I send messages through my alphabetical. So I go to my friends list. I start from A and I work my way down, and I ask 10 people and say, hey girl, just want to reach out to you and see if you knew anybody who wanted some extra cash. Simple, right? I say that to so many people, and I've said it to probably almost all of you on here, okay? Except for the people who are enrolled by other people, of course. But even then, they've probably gotten a message very, very simple. I mean, similar to that. And so sending like that, okay? Another way that I get potential distributors is by posting about myself. How many of you guys saw my pregnancy post this past, like, I think it was yesterday, showing my belly bump? Okay, I see a lot of you holding your hand up, okay? Did you see how many likes I had on that post? Okay, that was a lifestyle post. What that means by me doing that means that everybody who liked or commented on that post, just by me posting about me, about literally the baby I have in my stomach, I just posted that and I got so many likes on it because it was a lifestyle post. It was interesting. People want to watch you. They want to follow you. They love that shit. They love it. So they like and they comment on it, and you go and message them. And it doesn't have to be anything about the business, nothing about the business. It can be something literally your kid did a handstand without even, like, I don't know, with one hand. Your kid did a handstand with one hand, okay? Everybody's going to look at that. They're going to like it. They're going to laugh at it. They're going to think it's freaking awesome. And so then you're going to go and message every single one of them and say, hey, thanks for the love on my post. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? How many of you guys have heard that message before, or something similar, or gotten that message? Okay. So that is like the simplest thing, and that's the simplest way. So I know a lot of you guys for the past week, the new people haven't really seen it, but the past week or 2 weeks, I've been very stressing in the group chat about how to post. And I've been talking about lifestyle posts. And if you're posting, be sure you're posting about yourself. Be sure you're posting about what you're doing, where you come from, where you are, where you're going in your life. Not just about the business, not just spamming about your business or talking about your business. Talk positive things, but talk about who you are. Talk about where you come from. When I first started, I talked about how I was an alcoholic before I joined this. I talked about how I pretty much abandoned my family. I talked about, all the bad things, but I said, this is where I'm headed. And that's what people wanted to see. They wanted to see where I come from, but where I'm going at the same time. And because I showed them that journey, and I showed them that story consistently every single day, they started liking on my posts. They started following me, and I built friendships out of that. I had people reach out to me and say, I can relate to you, girl, or I get you, girl, or I understand, or I had a brother, sisters, mother, fathers that went through the same thing. They can relate to me, and that's what you want. You want them to relate to you, because then you can build friendships. You can build, honest relationships where they trust you. And so when you reach out to them with that message after they like or comment on your post, and you say, hey, I just saw your like on my post. Thanks. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? That makes them say, okay, what do you do? Because they don't see you spamming your page. So they don't know what you're doing, but that gives you the opportunity to seal the deal with them. That gives you the opportunity to tell them everything you're doing and get excited with them and show them and share with them everything. And so that's how I sign a lot of distributors, is from my post. And it's from posting about who I am and consistently growing my network and just reaching out to people and asking them that classic saying, that classic question about how, I saw the like on my post. Hey, ever thought about doing what I do? Or I'll just reach out to them just regularly. Like I'll see them maybe I'll see them watch my story. That's another thing that I do. I go on my story and I see who viewed it. And then anybody who viewed it, I send them the same exact message. And I say, hey, I don't know if you need this, but you might know someone who does. Do you know anybody who would want some extra cash every month? Or an extra 150 plus a month, okay? You don't get to go for the big bucks. Most people would literally kill for $150 extra a month. I know I would have when I first started. That's what most people join for, is the easy, not the easy money, but I'm saying the smaller amounts of money. And when they get in, that's when they realize they can do so much more than the $150 a month. But start out small even. It's believable. It's honest. It's real. Most people, their work ethic, when they first start is only worth $150 a month. But they're going to grow and they're going to learn, and you're going to teach them, you're going to guide them to be so much more than just $150, right? And so it's just getting that initial message out every single day. Your posting has to do so much with signing distributors. It gets people to trust you. And so being honest and upfront. I see a lot of those colored background with the text. I know all of you know what I'm talking about because almost every single one of you do it. Posting on there saying, oh, I need 5 people for this. One of the biggest ones I've seen is the host to post giveaway. Okay. How many people, oh, nobody's camera's on. If you are able to, can everybody turn their camera on really quick? Okay. So how many people in the last week or two have posted on their Facebook more than one time about this host to post giveaway? And I see so many people, nobody's even raising their hand. And I know who you are. So I see it. I have done it too. That's the whole thing. And we got to all remind ourselves together. We're all one team. Okay. We are all one team. We all make mistakes. We've all done it. Okay. When it comes to posting, your posting has to be about you. And I cannot say it enough. And I swear, if you start posting about who you are, where you come from, and where you want to be, you're going to get so many more reactions. When you message people, they're going to actually respond. And it's because they're going to see that you're human and you're not a walking billboard saying, I have a host to post giveaway going on right now. I have a host to post giveaway going on right now. Or join my team, join my team, join my team. They don't want to see that. They want to see who you are. They want to see exactly who you are. They want to see where you come from, where you are right now, and where you're going. And what I mean by that is posting things that show your personality. I know a lot of you guys follow my page and you see that I post a lot about memes, like funny memes. And I talk about being a mom, or I talk about being pregnant, or I talk about, being lazy that day, or I talk about, just stupid stuff like that. Just things that none of us really acknowledge, but we think it's funny when we come across Facebook, you know what I mean? And see that. So posting things like that to show your personality. Posting about maybe you've had, an issue with, I don't know, paying your bills in the past. And now you're getting to the point where you're excited because you're not going to have to worry about that anymore. How many people can relate to that? Honestly, everyone can relate to that. Come on, everybody can relate to that. All of us have been there. We've all been there where we've been scraping the bottom of the barrel and having to turn in change, return bottles. We've all had to do that. And that's what you want, is you want them to be able to relate to you and say, man, Chelsea's been there. Chelsea's been the bottom of the barrel. Chelsea's been scraping by, not even knowing whether she could feed her daughter. Chelsea has been so far behind on her mortgage that she thought she was going to lose her house. That's where I'm at right now. I want to be where Chelsea is, though. I want to go forward just like Chelsea did. That's where you want them to be thinking. That's what you want them to, that's what you want to go through their heads every single day, is they can relate to you or something that you're doing or something that, you're posting about. So sharing your story, and not only your story, if you swipe through and you see how many girls are on this video right now, you got so many sideline sisters. Do you know how many stories are here and how many awesome stories are happening? They're in the making right now. So anybody's success that you see in Teen Diamond Hustle, if you see someone got $100 bonus, shout that girl out on your Facebook page. People want to see that. They want to see that you're congratulating someone that is making money. Or say they get their $100 shopping spree. Shout them out. Say, oh my gosh, my friend just got this. I'm so excited for her. You know, someone promotes to Ruby. You know, shout them out on Facebook saying, you know, she just promoted and earned a $500, you know, residual income monthly. People want to see that. They want to see that there's progress happening on your team. And even if it's your sideline, that's okay. That's okay, because that's still your team. Those are girls that you work with daily. Whether they're your sideline, your upline, your downline, they're working with you daily. We're all on the grind. So shout them out. That's what people want to see. And so if they see that, they're going to be able to relate to someone's story. Success stories are awesome. In Dark Horse Rise Up, when I first started, I used to post someone's story every single day. You can find these on Pam Souter's Facebook. So write that down, Pam Souter. Go creep her Facebook page afterwards. She's our CEO. She's one of our CEO, one of like the six. Pam Souter, she posts a lot of Caught in the Adventure posts. They are about other people's stories. They are sharing the nitty-gritty, raw stories of people coming from nothing to something. And so people are going to be able to relate to those. Post one of those a day. I'm telling you, if you do it every single day, you post one a day, people are going to catch on and they're going to be like, okay, what's that girl doing? Because I need to know. I need to see. Anybody who likes it, go send them a message and say, hey, I just saw you're loving my post. Is that something that you're interested in doing with me? You know? And when you talk to them, you can get excited. You can get pumped up. Not only for yourself, because you're going to sign a distributor, but for them, because you're about to change not only their life, but it's going to multiply. So when you enroll them, you're going to teach one to teach one. And so on and so forth. And so that one person that you reach out to and change their life is going to change 5 to 20 to 30 to 100 to 1,000 lives just because you decided to reach out to them. Okay. So that's the cool part about it. And so when it comes to reaching out, okay. So I talked about reaching out, how I reach out, how I keep it going every single day. We got 10 minutes left, so I'm going to try to rush this. If you have any questions, put them in Team Diamond Hustle. I'm going to try to rush this as fast as I can. I'm going to answer a couple of questions, okay? So when it comes to the success that I'm having, everybody sees like everything that's going on, okay? Everybody saw me last month promote to Diamond. They saw a couple of other girls on our team promote. They're going to see a few more girls on our team promote this month. And you might be one of those who promote this month, which is freaking awesome. But the thing is that something that you'll realize over time is that the success that I'm having right now is not from what I do today. There's certain things, yes, that I get success from just from, you know, posting or messaging today. But most of the reason why I have so much success right now is because of what I did 3 to 6 months ago. Some of it even came from a year ago, okay? And so that's why it's so important not to give up and not to quit, is because everything you've ever wanted is coming to you with the consistency that you're showing right now. It might not be for another week. It might not be for another month. It might not be for another 3 months. But in 6 months to 12 months, you're going to see such a huge difference in your business just because you decided to stay consistent every single day and take quitting off the table. It is the biggest thing, and you will be so happy that you did. I'm telling you. And that's why when it comes to my diamond, I just think about it and it's like, I could have given up when I didn't get my emerald a couple times. I could have given up when I failed to get my diamond like 6 times, but I didn't. I kept going because I was told the same exact thing, that all of the success comes within doing, you know, 3 months to 12 months of work consistently. Okay. So remember that as you're promoting this month or as you're pushing for that promotion within the next couple of months. So as far as messaging, I already went over that. Okay, so this is one last thing that I want to talk about, and then I'm going to go to questions if you guys have any. I'm going to try to be super fast, and if I don't answer all of them, then I will answer them in Team Diamond Hustle. I'll just send voice messages to you guys. So as far as posting, okay, on Facebook, obviously it's not all about posting, but I'm going over posting a lot because it has a lot to do with signing distributors, okay? So you're obviously always going to seal the deal in the messages. It's always going to be in the follow-up. It's always going to be in the messages. And so when it comes to, say you're talking to someone who's skeptical, okay? And I learned this from April Jennings herself. She's an Ambassador Diamond leader. She's our upline. She had said, if you have someone you're talking to who's skeptical, you're going to post on your Facebook about someone or even yourself who is skeptical before they jumped in, and look at them now. All right. If you have someone who says, oh, I have no time, or I work 2 jobs, okay, you're going to start posting more and more about no time and time management and how to, manage your time and manage what you're doing throughout the day to fit things in. And maybe you struggle with that too. Maybe talking about that on Facebook, about how you struggle with time management, but you're doing so good overcoming it, because that's going to make them see, oh, well, if she's doing it, I can do it too. All right. Same with no money. Someone says they have no money. When I first started, I started because I returned bottles to start. Matt and I were so freaking broke. We were actually splitting up because we didn't have money. We were struggling so bad, and it caused us to fight nonstop. So I returned bottles. I didn't even tell him that I started this business, and I just joined because that's what I had to do. And so I talked about that a lot when I first started, because I had a lot of friends on my Facebook who were coming from the same situation that didn't have the money, okay? And so that's going to be huge for you. And so when it comes to posting, and like say someone says, oh, I have kids. I've gotten this excuse so many times. I have kids, so I can't do this. Okay, everybody else on this team has kids. Most people on this team have kids, or they have kids on the way, or they have nieces and nephews, or grandkids, or whatever the case may be. They have some children in their life that they either take care of, they watch, or they see all the time. And so posting about those people. So seeing, I know like my girl Heather Myers, she promoted to Emerald last month, and she has 2 boys. Posting on Facebook and saying, my friend Heather has 2 boys and she just went Emerald. No way. Talking about, maybe you want to shout out about me. I don't care if anybody uses me as an example. My girl Chelsea promoted to Diamond with anxiety, PTSD, depression, a kid on the way. Okay. You can say all this. You could say from drunk to Diamond. Like, you can literally say all of this, because I give you permission to. But not only that, that's going to help your business, because it's going to show people that real people like me, who have the same exact things that I could use as excuses, I use to fuel my fire. I use that to move forward. Instead of saying I can't because of this, I say I can because I need to because of this. All right. So I think we only have like a couple minutes left. I'm going to go click into Team Diamond Hustle real quick, see if there's anything in there. I don't think there is, but okay. So I don't see anything in there so far. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. If you guys have any questions, okay, any questions at all, drop into Team Diamond Hustle. I'm going to be sending voice messages to respond to them. So just click play on them so you can hear exactly what I say. And this is about to end in literally like a second. So I hope you guys got something really good out of that. And I hope you guys have an amazing Monday night.